What the is this? I've just found the weirdest race bike I've ever seen, and I've been told it's the most fun I'll ever have on a bike.
You're being lied to, mate. There's no way that piece of will ever be as fun as your R6.
Well, I'm here to tell you that guy's wrong, and you need this bike in your life. So what is this mysterious bike, and what makes it more fun than an R6? Well, before we look at that, let's take a look at the fundamental reason this bike was ever made. In the early 1940s, Honda, founded by The Honda initially started as a small workshop crafting piston rings for Toyota, but his vision extended far beyond just automotive parts. He dreamt of creating a revolutionary form of personal transportation that would be accessible to all. Fast forward to the late 1940s, in which Japan were recovering from the aftermath of World War II, where the demand for affordable transportation was high. It was in this climate in which Honda revealed their very first bike, the D-Type, in 1949. This humble 98cc bike marked the beginning of an incredible journey for Honda. What set Honda apart was their relentless pursuit of innovation. They were constantly pushing the boundaries of technology and design, introducing features like the pressed steel frame, which was lighter and more durable than traditional designs at the time. But what does this all have to do with the mystery bike? Well, next we're going to see just how odd this bike is in comparison to a traditional race bike. But first, let's take a look at something that you might recognize. As Honda's reputation soared in the world of motorcycles, so did their aspirations for competitive racing. And so the journey to HRC began in the early 1950s when Mr. Honda himself was captivated by the thrill of racing. And in 1954, Honda debuted at the Isle of Man TT, one of the most prestigious and terrifying races in the world. This was a monumental step as it showcased Honda's determination to not only compete, but excel on the global stage. However, it wasn't until the early 1960s that Honda truly made their mark in racing. The pivotal moment came in 1961 when Honda achieved their first victory at the Isle of Man TT, marking the beginning of a new era. Much later, in 1982, Honda established the Honda Racing Corporation, a division solely focused on motorsports. Sadly though, HRC didn't influence our bike, and we'll see why later on. Next, we're going to reveal the bike and see just how weird it is. But first, let's take a look at how it should look. Well, race bikes typically look like this, with streamlined fairings and aerodynamic features that are carefully sculpted to minimize air resistance. They also look really cool. At the heart of a typical race bike is an engine built for sheer power and performance. They're often finely tuned to extract every ounce of horsepower, delivering crazy speeds and mad acceleration. Another feature being good brakes. High-performance systems with advanced materials and innovative technologies ensure said bike can go from blistering speeds to a standstill in an instant. We're not going through every feature here, but our bike should at least have some of these, right? But the thing is, what makes this bike a specifically unique race bike is the fact it was never designed to race in the first place. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the bike in question. In 1958, Honda truly made their mark with the introduction of the legendary Honda Cub. This little guy was a revolution in personal transportation. The Cub quickly became a symbol of practicality and efficiency. Its bulletproof engine and user-friendly design made it a hit, not just in Japan, but worldwide. It quickly became the best-selling motor vehicle in history. The engine, known for its reliability, is a true workhorse. It's not about raw power, but rather efficiency and longevity. You can count on a Honda Cub to start up, even after years of use. The Cub is also a decent platform to modify. Enthusiasts worldwide have embraced the art of customizing their Cubs, some of which more extravagant than others. But all that speak to their individual taste and flair. From distinct paint jobs to personalized exhaust configurations, the creative options are boundless. The Honda Cub continues to hold a special place in the hearts of riders worldwide. It's about more than just getting from A to B. It's about nostalgia, reliability, and a sense of community among riders who appreciate the simple joys of the open road. It's clear this bike wasn't designed to be on track. So what's the point in calling it a race bike? Well, the point is for charity. There's an 8-hour-long endurance race ran by Plop Enduro exclusively for the Honda C90 Cubs. It's low value, reliable fun. What more could you want? I think this is a perfect use for the Honda Cub. Yeah, it's dead slow, and even if you do get up to speed, you won't be able to slow down fast at all. But it's fun. Racing alongside up to 100 bikes on the larger circuits means you get plenty of action happening all the time. Equally, being an endurance race, between your team members, you're not going to be short on track time. So, to answer the question, is this the strangest race bike? Well, it's not really a weird bike, but it does look very odd on a racetrack.